93 hours since we started this crusade. We're continuing our path from zero to hero on the Europe server. The system remains the same, taking on work one step at a time by doing the step with consistency, even when it gets hard. In this video, I will give tips on making silver in the mist and also ways to save and invest in general. Before we go in the bread and butter, I'll show what you can do if applied correctly and after you practice. We start the week with our favorite weapon, the curse staff. I go for a tier 8 build as I have the economy. My favorite victim is a spear that wants to fight me while I don't have all my cooldowns. The fight is on similar AP, so we both stand on equal chance if played properly. He starts by using his reflect before I activate my grudge, which brings about his demise. You should always use the defensive in response to the enemy action. I banked 2.5 million. This is the build that I currently afford to die with. If you're not here yet, no worries, I'll show a lower tier 1 a little later. The tips I'm going to give you can be used with any build as long as you respect my advice regarding the tier of items and you spec it to at least 100 and you go in the Blackstone Mists with the mindset to first learn. The earning will follow very soon as you get the practice. The general strategy is to keep your non-damaging pieces of gear one tier lower than the weapon and buy no capes so that you can get into more fight while your average IP stays low. Usually this means weapon, armor, and offhand. On higher tier, some cases the headpiece also, but it depends on the build. If you want to bank, start with tier 5 and tier 6, and as you manage to save up for, let's say, about 12 sets including potions and food, increase the tier of the gear accordingly. The 12 sets will keep your mind at ease and you'll manage to focus better on the fight at hand and not on the doubt of dying. If you have the patience and the long-term thinking like me and want to make bank, while you're doing your activities in the mist, free all cage Wisps. They will give you Brazilian standing, which will help unlock items in the favor shop in Brazilian. 2 items that you should aim to unlock are the tier 5 and tier 8 outlets. For tier 5, you need 1.8 million standing and usually give more than 100 silver per favor, better than the Conqueror chest, as it's not RNG. The Rail Banker is T8, which I currently don't have on the U server, but I have on the West, so I know the prices and they are really good. Currently on EU, only a few people have it, so the average is 200 silver per favor. Now you'll say, Edge, but how do I make favor? Well, the easiest way and the highest amount of favor you can get from the Turbulent Mists, which if you can save, give between 1000 and 10,000 favor if you're lucky enough to find a legendary one and a legendary mist. Happened to me only once when I was on the West server. Regardless of which type of mist it is, wait until the timer shows 10 to 15 seconds and only then check it out. In the Enchanted Mist, the risk is worth as the favors amounts is pretty high. Killing enchanted mobs, the ones that are bigger, have an aura and or circuits around the body. For example, crown bosses, the ones that give the best amount. While roaming around for objectives, kills or camps combined with saving the cage wisp is one of the best bankers in the mist, and I'll explain why. First, they give good amounts of raw silver, which over time adds up. Then they increase your chances for good loot when you get to an enchanted wisp, and you also get a dice roll for loot with most likely every mob you kill. If you watch my past videos, you saw it in the PvE rewards. This is why I have more than 1 million silver per hour in the mist. If I also get some kills, it can go up to 2 million, 2.5 million per hour. Doing it this way, you can also get fame credits while you're looking for action. Especially if you can't afford tier 7 or tier 8, this will help you a lot. When it comes to hunting while waiting for someone to start ranking Spiderling, you need to have patience. Tier 6 is not that worth camping, but starting in the Enchanted one, Tier 7 and Tier 8, that's where you farm your premium. I had a very good example for you this week, but unfortunately the recording app wasn't working properly, so I'll show you a few other examples. The strategy is to stay put out of sight at the maximum range where you can see the spider. If someone starts it, even if it's a sweat lord, they'll need time to finish it. So, for tier 6, wait around 20 seconds and add 5 to 10 seconds for each tier above. If you don't know who is starting the spider, best wait 30 seconds for tier 7 and tier 8. Then dismount close enough so that you have your cooldowns when you reach the enemy vision area and they can see your name tag. You'll hear him before he sees you. If it's more than one player, go mounted and wait for the opportunity to dismount when they are low enough and you can win. Here I'll put all the other decent kills made with tier 7 so that you can see that each kill counts toward the bigger picture. Here are the kills after the upgrade to tier 8. At the moment of recording this video, I spec 100 in my main build. I spec 100 both of the trees of the offhands of my main builds, and a few levels in a couple of curse staffs. By applying what I know, what I learned from others, and by practicing step by step, I'll become the best for at least one aspect of this game. If you want more tips on how to win more, check out the video that I left on the right. Remember, always and forever, better support wins.